Good evening, Mr. Thomas Jaco, sir.
Yes, good evening.
We have noticed your website. We wish to know more about your experience in rubber plantation operations.
Okay. After my academic study during 1958, I got opportunity to join at Harrison Malayalam Limited. The company which is owned by Harrison Cross Limited and which is incorporated in England. And I was posted in the rubber division. That means the estate having tea divisions and the rubber divisions. I was posted in the rubber division to look after nurseries, tapping, upkeep of trees, plants, and processing of rubber, etc., etc. And I got the preliminary training of rubber cultivation from the prime manager at that time on R.C. Shepstone. And an assistant manager was called as F.S. Harris. And another man, he also was assistant manager, his name is R.N. Knight. And under the guidance, directions, instructions they have given, I have studied a lot regarding the rubber cultivation in Kerala. Some 5 years I have served that firm, and during that period, many times I was appreciated. The work what I have performed, what I have got the experience there. They are well pleased with my actions and everything. And also, on those days there were not tapping during rainy season. The reason is, during rainy season, the rubber trees are wet and it cannot be tapped. So that is why, about 4 or 5 months, the rubber estates have been held up without tapping. On those days, the laborers also were suffered a lot because they are depending only the income what they are getting from their day-to-day work. So we thought how we can overcome this thing, and we have managed to put some rain guards in the trees. On those days, the rain guard is not familiar in our state, and we have plant with polythene and bitumatic joining gum and few nails and hessian thread we used for preparing this rain guard. In our method, we parallelly put it upon the tapping panel from highest portion to the bottom portion up to covering stage of the shells, the covering in the collection shells also. Anyhow, it was somewhat success. That year, we have tapped many days during the rainy time, and we could achieve a very good crop, and also the workers also were satisfied with that. I am saying this, that the construction or making of this rain guarding things are be established there, and from that, out of that, I also got the training. And so many things. The nurseries we formed, polybag nurseries. On those days it is not familiar, but we started it there. It was a grand success, and the tapping quality and quantity also we maintained, and a very good processing system also we introduced there. In all ways, all things, I got certain experiences. So that is why the management also was very much pleased with me. But after 5 years, Kerala state government has decided to form a rubber state in state level. I got information and I have applied for that. Anyhow, among 10,000 candidates, I was selected for the post of a field staff in state level estate called as Plantation Corporation of Kerala Limited. And about 34 years I served the state. There, a lot of things. Beyond the training what I got from Harrison Malayalam, all the rest, what are the things we have to adopt for maintaining a better plantation, and make the plantation into a pioneer stage, and also different types of productions, everything I got to. Anyhow, it is a remarkable and a rememberable time which I have spent in plantation. Yes.
So, why you left Harrison Malayalam?
Yes, I have mentioned a few that it's a private firm. As it is a private firm, there are limitations in future training, promotion scope, and all other benefits also. There are limitations comparing with the government firm and the private firm. So I think and I hope that it will be better for me in future to joining with the government service. So that is why I left the Harrison Malayalam. But the Harrison Malayalam estate is pioneer estate, and I got the preliminary experience from there. That very thankfully I am remembering those days also. Okay.
Sir, how many years you serviced at PCK?
Yes, that also I mentioned, I think. I got some 3.5 decades. That means nearly 34 years I have served Plantation Corporation in different categories. I joined there during 1963 as a field staff. Field staff by designation was field assistant. After a few years, I was promoted as first grade field assistant. Then, after a few years, I was selected as senior grade field assistant. These three general category belongs to staff category. And after completing some 20 years of service, I was promoted as the junior officer, and the designation was junior superintendent. As junior superintendent, many estates we have worked, because there are frequently transfer in that institution. That is everywhere. There is a norm that after 3 years of service, the staff and the officers will be transferred to some other estates. Plantation Corporation is having 16 estates, which is located from Pathanamthitta to till Kasaragod. The Pathanamthitta district is, or those ways, it was erstwhile Koilur district. Afterwards, by bifurcation time, the Koduman estate comes to under the Pathanamthitta district. And Koduman, Chandanapalli and Thanithodu, these two divisions including the Koduman group. Then another 3 estates functioning at called as Kaldi plantation or Kaldi group of estates, that is on Kallara, another on Vetilapara, then on Adirapalli. Then during 1966, one estate is started at Peramba, that is near Peruvannamudi dam site, some 2,050, 500 acres, that is in Kailika district. Afterwards, estates have been started at Nelamur estate in 3 divisions on Pinchapalli, another Vaniyapara, then on Palakai. Not Vaniyapara, Vaniyapura and Palakai. And afterwards, we have undertaken an estate, on a square estate. It was managed by one of the members of the royal family or Raja Kudumam. That is, he is called as Punyatil Tamburan. That estate's name is Alakot Estate. Long years of agitation there among the management and the workers. The estate is lockout, held up without work, and the workers have suffered a lot. And the government has decided to take over that estate to governments under the management of government. It is taken. It is declared as excess land and it is taken. And that also, the estate also is come under the management of we people. Afterwards, about 20,000 acres of land is taken from Kasaragod district, which was erstwhile Kannur district. After bifurcation, it belongs to Kasaragod. That 20,000 acres is situated at Chimeni, at Rajapuram, it's at Panathu, Kallapalli, and Peria, Parla, Adur, in so many places. Anyhow, I got experience in that area, so that is planted with cashew. And during my service time, I got a lot of appreciations, awards, including class awards and appreciation letters. And also I got chance to get training at the Prime Rubber Board Kottayam, which that is at Pudupalli. The research station Pudupalli, I have trained a lot of things. And also they are managing experimental plantations at the Chetakal near Erimeli. There also we spent so many days. And also during that training period, I have visited Tamil Nadu plantation at Kanyakumari and also rubber plantation of Karnataka state in Sullia. And also we have deputed a few persons to Konkan, where the state, rubber state is formed. And in frontier area, northeastern states in Tripura, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, in the places also rubber states have been formed by the state governments. Anyhow, luckily, I got opportunities to work many of these estates. And these are my service. And during 1995, my name was recommended for the award of Karshaka Mitra of State Award. On considering my actions, activities, and the achievements I made there, I appreciated. And during 1995, Mr. Mugata Menon, who is a retired Army General, he got ABSM, BSM ranks, and also he is the son-in-law of, on those days, Central Minister, Mr. Kanapalli Govindam. He is very talented man. As a managing director, he was a very big success, and he has given me an appreciation letter for the performance of the year 1994. That the managers are giving targets for the productivity in that particular year. The target I have achieved is 136%. That means 100% is 100 is the whole, the 100%. 136 means I have exceeded the target and achieved more, some 36% also. And so that is why MD has given me a letter in which it is mentioned that this tempo should be kept in all estates, what Mr. Thomas Chacko has achieved. And I think that that also will be one of the reasons for recommending my name for the Karshaka Mitra Award. That's done.
So, can you mention the performance and award you obtained from PCK?
That I have mentioned anyhow once more, as you want to know more. And also I think that you are very much interested and keen in knowing and understanding what about the rubber. I am once more telling, yes. Good Performance Award, that is for the highest performance which we performed in the estate during a particular year, and at that time the crop also should be exceeding the target. That I got in 1984 while I was working at Peramra Estate with the cash award and appreciation letter. And afterwards, while I was working in Chandrapalli Estate, I was given with the good service entry. And afterwards, when I was working at Tanithoda Estate, I got the 136% of achievement award, that is the marvelous award. And so it is, that is connected to put my name recommended for the Karshaka Mitra Award. These are in my memory, and there are a lot of appreciations I got, but these are the very memorable things I am keeping in my mind. These certificates are I am keeping in my home. That's all. Then,
Sir, how you got chance of training at Rubber Board?
that is, the people, those who are working in Plantation Corporation for the past nearly 20 years, because we have joined there in 1963, but in 1984, that is, after completion of 20 years, the institution has decided to give the most modern training to the employees there. They have selected a few managers, one among me. We three were appointed as the trainees in Rubber Board to achieve the latest technology what Rubber Board is maintaining, and that should be followed to the Plantation Corporation also for the betterment of the firm. So that is why I got that chance, and I went on there, and the training was a very grand success. Earlier I mentioned, and in connection with that training, I got the chances to visit all the rubber yielding areas in India. Okay. Then,
So, different types of rubber trees and plants. Which crops you are recommending for plantation?
yes, that is, if I am going to mention all kind of and all varieties, it will numerous, because the rubber particles containing trees and shrubs, these things are more than 1,000 numbers. Not only in trees, certain shrubs also is having rubber particles in it. One item that I shall say, that is Parthenium argentata. Its short name is Violi rubber, but it is not commercially using for the plantation purpose. Why? If you are sowing the seed in the desert-like land, it will grow there, and after 1 year, when it is becoming getting seed, pulling out and making putting into some certain machineries, extracting the rubber in that, and you will be getting only some 10% of the whole quantity what we produced. It is not economical, but there is a rubber there. And the variety means a lot of varieties. A few I shall mention. The rubber yielding plants other than Hevea brasiliensis and Hevea brasiliensis, two types. And the most of the plantations are using this Hevia brasiliensis series. But the other, a few names I can tell, but it is no use for that. We are not using it, but in the world, such trees also. That is called, well, I told the Parthenium argendatum, and the Castilla elastica, Manhiota glassiville, Ficus elastica, Fundumia elastica, etc., etc. Then Hevia genesis, that is the most commercial based plantations. Among that, one Hevia benthamiana, that is one variety, one clone. Another one Hevia nitida. Another one is called as Hevia geniensis. Then one Hevia pusiflora. Then which one is called? Another one is called Hevia rigidifolia. Sometimes these names will be wondering to you people. Rigidifolia. Then Hevia comborium. Then Hevia spruciana. Hevia microphylla. Then last one Hevia brasiliensis. The plantable and the most advanced and the very good crop we will be getting from all along this race is Hevia brasiliensis. In Hevia brasiliensis, there are also so many clones. GT1, one clone. The GT means Gondang Tapan. That's Gondang Tapan that is produced by Indonesia and our clone. That is foreign clone. Then another one LCB. Then PD. PD means Prangbasa. That also is foreign clone. PR107. That is also is a foreign. And RRIC, Rubber Research Institute of Sri Lanka. That is RRIC. Then coming to our motherland clone, RRII 105. That is the most modern, most economic and the high yielding series researched by our prime rubber board, RRII 105. Then another variety also in force in our state, that is called as RRIM series. RRIM means Rubber Research Institute of Malaysia. And there is some other clones also in the plantation field. TJIR, Avros. In the clones, there are three varieties of clones. One called as primary clone, then another one secondary clone, and then last one tertiary clone. The primary clone means we are seeing a plantation, but the owner of that plantation or anybody didn't know which clones they belong. They are rubber trees. That is primary. After research of certain people in ancient days, they have found out some good quality trees which is getting more latex. Then such trees, seeds they have collected and planted in a separate area, and it is multiplied with some good yielding trees by pollination, cross pollination. The pollination is becoming through insects, but by hand pollination, by the time of inflorescence of the trees, the flowering season, people are coming up to the trees, and by hand pollination they are making the pollination there. Then a cross pollination is done there. Suppose a high yielding tree and another high yielding, another variety tree, the both this from that inflorescence cross pollination is making, and out of getting that seed, a new generation is growing, and that is called as secondary, primary crop, not secondary, it's primary. The secondary means after establishing these primary clones, having good results, good quantity of lattice we are receiving, taking a batch of bud scion from one of the tree and putting it into the bark of another plant's, seedling plant's bark, and it is called as budding, or it is called as vegetative propagation. Vegetatively propagated trees, that is called as secondary trees or plants, which is having more result than the primary clones, because the both good side of both trees, parent tree and mother tree, will be getting to this particular tree. Such we made this RRIA 105. The origin, the mother tree and the parent tree of RRIA 105 is one TJR1 and another one GL1. GL1 means that is blunt shield. It's a short name GL. And we have budded GL1 silent to this RRI1 and cut back the whole the old plant, and the new scion will sprout and it will grow, and you will be getting more lattice than the previous one. Such a way, a lot of varieties we have produced in through research of effort of years and years effort. We have researched and find out very good clones. It is varieties. First one RRI 105, then RRI 106, RRI 118, RRI 200, then comes to RRI 300 series, and now the research are going on. So many new varieties we are performing, and most of these are registered with the rubber registering institution at Kuala Malaysia. There are some rubber act in force in world to it. Then, are you satisfied with these answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then next one.
Sir, can you explain the ecological and climatic requirement for rubber plantation?
Yes, there are certain parameters you should observe for maintaining a very good plantation. Suppose you are going to plant some 1,000 acres, you are getting a land. First of all, you should see how the rainfall there in that area. We need not less than 200 centimeters rain in a year, but it should be in different months. Not in 2 or 3 months the whole rain is falling. It is torrential rain, not we are thinking about it. And the rain of within 6 months, because we got 2 monsoons. In Kerala we got 2 monsoons. One southwest monsoon is called as Kalavarsham, and the northeast monsoon is called as Tulavarsham. Both these monsoons covering a period of not less than 6 months. In between these 3 months, we will have to get at least the parameter that I have told, that not less than 200 centimeters. If it is 250, good. If it is coming to 300, it is good. one condition we should maintain or we should ascertain that the weather condition will be, the rainfall should be in this parameter. Another one, the altitude, the height of the land from sea level, which is called as altitude, that is, should be between some 100 to 400 meters. If it is more than that, it will affect the crop or the production. Anyhow, suppose you are getting a land of height within a parameter of 500 meters, also you can accept. But if it is going more than that, it is not good for rubber cultivation. That is one main criteria we should see. And also the land, how is the soil? The soil should be laterite or lateritic or forest soil. Alluvial soil, sandy soil, this kind of soils are not so much better. These all parameters should be noticed and have a selection one within mind keeping, but no other mentioned. These are the conditions, the ecological conditions should be maintained for maintaining a very good plantation.
Sir, what is the future of rubber plantation?
The future of our rubber industry or rubber plantation will be very bright. I am very confident in it because the necessity and the requirement of natural rubber is increasing day by day. Nowadays, we can't, or the mankind cannot live without rubber products in various fields. Suppose you want to run a vehicle, how can you run that vehicle without rubber? One thing. Suppose you are going undergone some heart treatment, such as angioplasty, angiogram, using rubber threads, putting into your vein. That stent is what you know the stent. It is for the remedy of heart diseases, for getting better flow of blood, or becoming the people recovery from the block and everything. Okay, rubber items, rubber threads, rubber hoses, in every aspect, in hospital purpose, or in homely purpose, or vehicle purpose, and for toys, even for flight. How a flight can move in an airport? How can it go up? Only with the support of the tires. So that is why the mankind is highly depending on rubber. Nowadays and in future, the requirement will be more and more. So, as the requirement is there, the more quantity requirement is coming in coming years. We have to maintain more plantations. Otherwise, if you are maintaining a very good estate in a very good manner, you can harvest some 35 years, the maximum. Then you have to replant. Otherwise, you won't be getting so much of crop. So, the planting and the replanting is simultaneously, as a circle it is going on. So that is why we can achieve a very good quantity. But it is not enough. Nowadays, the requirement of normal latex or the natural rubber in our country is about 14 lakhs of tons. But this year, our achievement will be some 12 lakhs of tons. That means there will be a shortage of 2 lakhs of tons. In every year, this difference and this shortage is growing up. So, as the requirement and the necessity is still growing up, the future of the rubber plantations or the rubber products are very bright. Okay?
Sir.
Then?
Sir, can you explain the different processing of raw rubber?
Yeah. The raw rubber processing is starting from latex. Latex is what we are getting from the rubber tree in colloid form or liquid form. We are making it in dry form. There are so many methods. The first one is convert the latex into RSS sheets. RSS is the full name of RSS is a red smoked sheet. That is one item. That is, first of all, we are bringing the latex from the field to the factory, where we are making it coagulated. Coagulated means the colloid form will be made as hardened form. And for that purpose, we are adding certain chemicals such as formic acid, acetic acid, etc. And after getting coagulated, we are putting it into rollers, some 2 smooth rollers, then one diamond roller, and passing through this rollers, finally it is becoming a sheet. And the sheet weight should be within 500 grams or half a kilogram. Will be the very good sheet. And there are several grades in that sheet. One RMA, RSS 1X. RMA means, I have mentioned that RMA, that in the old days, this RSS is called as RMA. The full form of RMA is Rubber Manufacturers Association. And a few years back, the Rubber Registering Authority from the whole countries make a decision that it can be converted as the name of RSS. So RMA converted as RSS. The highest grade is RMA 1X. The next one, RMA 1 or RSS 1, RSS 2, RSS 3, RSS 4. There is some strain to produce as these hybrids. Some strain there, some effort, some more effort will be there, some more expense also will be there. But the difference between the cost this RSS 1X and the number 4 is some 10 rupees per kilogram. But most of the common people are producing the rubber sheets with gradeless rubber. Gradeless means it is called as lot. It is amount by scrap rubber, which will be getting only 20 rupees less than the high quality. So the RSS sheet should be with the high quality, at least number 4th grade. And then another one, centrifugal latex. That is the latex DRC or dry rubber content in the colloidal form is about 30 to 35%. We are making it into 60% of DRC. That means the water content and some other contents in the rubber should be participated. And the original rubber in colloid stage, we are making it as centrifugal latex, for which it is expensive. For this product, we want very costly machines. It is called as centrifugal machines. And most of we are using the machines are imported from Japan, Germany, China, etc. and it is making in very good stainless steel. The machine's cost also come more than a crore, and the other accessories we want to function in this factory. The factory shed, the storage tank, the storage containers, all paraphernalias, very good expensive. That the small scale holders or the common people cannot afford. But a medium estate or a large estate can afford these expenses, and they will get more profit than making these sheets and everything. Then another firm is making scrum rubber. It is called as block rubber also. That is, we are making from cell scrap and coagulated latex for tea leaves. That there are certain methods for that. Soaking in tanks, washing, then putting into hammer mills, milling there, again sorting, and again washing, and making it clean, and removing all dust, earth, and debris and everything in that materials, becoming it very good condition, and then finally it is going to a drying chamber, and it is slowly moving through the chamber. About 6 hours it is getting dry. Then it is collecting into a box of 25 kilograms of weight. It is putting into a pressing machine, and 25 kilograms of block rubber. It is somewhat like this is transparent size and somewhat like a pH soap. You can see the other side. Such thing we have produced. ISN 20, some numbers. Even grade wise, some numbers here. The highest quality, and some medium quality, and some cheaper quality. Then another one, fine lattice pipe, is called as PLC. That also is producing from the scrap rubber, which is collecting from the field. That also is, method is same, but the drying is different, because this is air drying. The another one is heat drying. Yes, which the scrap rubber is preparing by heat drying, either by gas chamber, or by electric chamber, or by furnace oil chamber. But the PLC, that also we are soaking in water, we are milling in hammer mills or macerator mills, and finally by the third mill, it is putting in one mill, then another mill, then the third one, the last one. It will become as a lace or tape or sari, such it is coming out. We are rolling it into some wooden handles and taking into drying place where some yards we made, and we are hanging it there as saris. In a week, in the help of wind and the atmosphere heat, it becomes the drying. That is, we are packing, making packing, and sending to market. That is marketable form. That is one. Then another one form is powder rubber. We are preparing it is what like to putting the face powder. That's such a way. The economy of that is, it is very easy to transport. If it is sheets, will be in big bundles. If it is centimeter lattice, in barrels, and having 60% of lattice DRC only in it. But in powder rubber, the 100% rubber, and also the quantity will be very less. It is very easy for transport, and also it can be kept in certain things or drums or anything for more time, for months or for years. That centimeter lattice also can be used as in liquid form for years if you are getting airtight in barrels. These are the common methods to make for the processing of power rubber. Then,
sir, what is your vision and present mission?
my vision First of all, I am saying my mission. As I have mentioned earlier, as the necessity and requirement of the natural rubber is increasing day by day, I am encouraging the people to plant more and more areas which are suitable for rubber planting or are available good areas. The suitability means, firstly I have told that the conditions, climatic conditions, ecological conditions which are favorable for the rubber growing region, such areas we plant more and more. And if there is an old plantation, should be converted to a new plantation. Then only we can, or our next generation can afford or utilize these things for their day-to-day necessities. So it is our everyone's responsibility to make more production in our state, our country, and in worldwide, because now there are a lot of these agreements between the nations and countries, that bilateral agreements to give things to other countries, buy things from that countries, that for our existence also, we need certain things from other states, other countries, other nations. They need some certain things from some other country. The worldwide area is not suitable for rubber plantations. In India also, there are several states, plenty of lands, but most of them are not suitable for rubber, because in Tamil Nadu, some 4 times bigger than Kerala state, only less rain. Yearly rainfall will be less than 100 centimeters. There it is not possible. Only in Tamil Nadu at Kanyakumari, which was once a part of our Kerala state, or Travancore, it is very somewhat suitable area there. Rest, the Tamil Nadu area is not suitable. Likewise, Uttar Pradesh or Delhi or Punjab, these places are not good for this thing. But certain areas, very limited areas, favorable for rubber plantation. So, all the areas available for within these parameters should be planted. That is my vision. And also, in Africa, plenty of acres, plenty of lands, very fertile lands. It is waste lands there, forest lands there. That also can be converted. Nowadays there is plans to make plantations there. Certain companies are going there, I heard, in Ethiopia, in Nigeria, in Uganda, such places. Big plantations are going to be planted. Even China also is coming forward with the plantation. That is my vision. If anybody wants to get advices and consultations for making pioneer plantations, I am capable and I am ready for give them all assistance and guidances for preparing very good plantations. And my mission, present mission is, after retirement, I am fully engaged with rubber planting and rubber processing. For the past 2.5 years, I am working as a chief consultant and the senior manager of one estate at Karnataka state, Krishnanagar in Beltangadi district. There, the owner of that plantation is having some 500 kilograms, 500 acres of land, in which some 50 or 60 acres is already been planted and under timing. The rest is a few immature plantations. But the most of the area is vacant. The management's intention was to plant the whole area, all possible areas to rubber, and I am busily engaged with that project for the past 2.5 years. Now almost all area is become to a very good rubber plantation, and this year also there is about 20,000 plants have to be planted. Then almost all area will be completed with rubber planting. And my mission and my intention is to make that plantation is one of the best plantation or the pioneer plantation in Dakshina Karnataka. Dakshina Karnataka means only Dakshina Karnataka is suitable for places for rubber plantation. The vast other areas are not so suitable. And there is a bilateral understanding between the management and myself that until that planting is over and until that estate is becoming a pioneer estate, I will not turn from there for some other areas. I will be there. My physical and my personal attention must be there for attaining the target what to be fixed between the management and myself. I am fulfilling that. So that is why I am spending my most of the time in that area, and the people surrounding that area, when seeing the present condition, they are all afraid how this vast changes happened there. The previous management could not achieve these benefits there. The remaining rubber trees also they were tapped, and they sold only the low quality rubber as lot rubber. But when I joined there, I put certain plans to increase the grade and the quality of the product, and I have made some plans, and some plans I have given to the management, put before the management. They have accepted a small smoking shed, a small lattice collection shed, and also sheeting methods. And from that very beginning, we started to produce walnut sheets, and till this day, for the past 2.5 years, we are selling walnut grade rubber, which we are getting 10 rupees more than the 4th grade sheet, and 20 rupees more than the lower rubber which the previous management sold there. There is a society, registered society at Ujjarai. They are very much appreciated with our sheets and giving most priority to us to take our sheets, and they are supplying us the fertilizers, chemicals and everything, and this kind of things, and also to overcome the diseases of trees. All kind of measures we are introducing there. The very starting of the monsoon, the Phytophthora disease will be formed in rubber states, and to control that, controlling measures of spraying with micron, that is we have adopted there under my guidance. And also the management was given a very good manager there, very good staff there, and also very obedient workers there, with the support and with their initiative also, and with their help, I am achieving the targets what the management and myself is intending. I am very proud of that work, and so if anybody wants to get my advice and these consultations for making plantations, for maintenance and upkeep, for processing everything, for all purpose, from seed to market, I shall provide the guidance only through online because my personal attention should be there till that the state becomes a pioneer state. That is my present mission. Then what?
So this is my last question.
Ah,
Can you give us a short history of rubber plantation?
yes, of course. The rubber is introduced to the mankind by Mr. Christopher Columbus during 1496. That means just near the 15th century. 1496. While he was discovering America, North America, South America, these places, he was discovering. He was on journey through sea to see new lands, new sea lands. At that time, once he traveled through South America. Then in between Brazil and North America, there are certain islands, Caribbean islands. One of them called as Haiti. When he is passing to that area, the inhabitants of that place, the barbarians people, they are playing with certain things. It is putting down and it is jumping up like balls. He is surprised. What is this? This thing. This is the first he has seen. He went on to them, asked what. Then that innocent people told him that there are certain trees. We shall show you that we are making some injuries to that trees. Then some lattice is oozing out, or some liquid is oozing out. They are not know it is lattice or anything. Some liquid is coming out like milk. On the next day it seems to be becoming hardened. Then we are taking it. It is some fluctuality in that material. We are preparing this as these things and we are playing this. Then Mr. Columbus got certain ideas. It should be made good for mankind. In future, this will be an expedition. He made some records. He has written that. And in journey details, he has recorded these things and he came back. And after his period, after certain centuries, during 18th century, that means some 4 centuries have been elapsed. When he first find out this thing, the people, those who are ruling England, and those days most of the world is under their control. They have seen these records, sent somebody to that Haiti, collected some seeds from there, of these trees. They brought it to England. They have put it for germination. But unfortunately, a very seldom seeds might have been sprouted, then the rest is rotted. Why? They doesn't know the viability of these seeds. It's only a very limited time. Some 10 to 15 days, within 10 to 15 days, when the seed is breaking, it should be planted or germinated. Otherwise, the viability will go on and the percentage of germination will be very less. So that is why the first attempt was a failure. Then afterwards, the next year, they went on there and bought some 1 lakh seeds. They have planted it in a garden called as Kew Garden in England. From there, at that time they got some good success. Many plants have been sprouted. And they have distributed certain sprouted seeds to Malaysia, to Indonesia, to Ceylon, and even a few to India also. That is during 1870s. And these germinated seeds are planted in these countries But at that time also the people doesn't know how to maintain this. So some grown up and most of them gone routed. The first seeds we have put plantation in botanical garden in Calcutta. But only very few survived. But anyhow, during 1902, one foreign governor called Connolly, he has brought some seeds from that area and put it into germination, put for germination at Nelapur forest. That nearly 20 trees have been sprouted out and grown up there. Afterwards he also went on that forgotten. But the next year, it was in, I think that is in 1901 and 1902. In 1902, a few plants have been brought from England, for seeds brought from England and planted at Tattekad, near Todupuda. A vast area is planted with rubber. It became a success. It is the milestone and the starting of rubber plantation in Kerala or in Travancore, erstwhile Travancore. On those days, our state is not Kerala. It is bifurcated as a Travancore, Cochin and Malabar. Then the north end side is this Tattekad, where the first plantation is started. And the succeeding years, another attempt is made at Parapalli, Trichur state, Trichur district by the European countries. At Parapalli, they have planted few trees. And also by the next coming years, planted at Undagaya site, Kottayam district, NTR state, TRND estate, tropical plantation, and such plantations. And also, where first I have what the Ambanada state is field estate. There also, that is called as Tamara Valley. In these areas, the rubbers, the trees have been planted, and we are coming to the commercial basis plantations on those days. It is from 1902 onwards. Now, some 110 years have been elapsed for within this period. Most of the land suitable land in Kerala is under our plantations. Only some difficult is seen in Alapi districts and Wayanad district, because the elevations Alapi very low and Wayanad very high, and also a few places of Idiki also in high places. So it is not suitable for rubber, but in these areas, other plantations, tea, cardamom, coffee, etc., etc. are doing. And these are the histories, a short history of the rubber, which is our main mainly necessitated thing in the world for our existence, for our livelihood, for our day-to-day life. And also now some good cost of these things. And our common people, even in most of in Kerala, are making their livelihood from the income from the rubber trees. If a man, a small family is having some 100 or 200 numbers of these, if he can maintain it, is somewhat enough for his minimum requirements can be met from the income of that. So, in all these ways, the future of rubber plantation is a bright future there, and the word scope there. So, all possible people, all possible men, all mankind should come forward with this business. And if anybody interested to make plantations, those who are hearing me can approach and get assistance from the training, from the marvelous and the prime companies and rubber board which I got in my service time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay.